Hello, this is Chantilly, your business spirit guide, and today is the start of a new series where I really want to take us through the phases of the moon and really put our goals in alignment with that so we can manifest and reach our goals. So, this is really important to me. It has a lot to do with accountability coaching. So, we're going to do some accountability coaching here. And really, today we're focusing on the new moon in Cancer because today, according to Vedic astrology, the new moon is in Cancer. Okay, so the new moon is today, July 28th, 2022. And on the new moon, we focus on going within, resting, and reflecting on the last lunar cycle, reflecting on our goals and intentions that we want to set for the upcoming lunar cycle. So what we're going to do in this video is brain dump, because I always make sure I try to get everything off my mind when I try to set new goals. So it's really beneficial to me. So we're going to do a brain dump. But first, I'm going to share part of the general new moon in Cancer reading that I posted recently. And if you would like to listen to the full reading, the link will be posted in the description box. But in every spread that I do, because I use astrology with tarot, so I really lean heavily on my spreads too. I always try to include a question that allows us to understand what each phase means for our business and career, because helping women get in alignment with careers that are in alignment with their purpose and helping them succeed and reach their goals, that's a part of my purpose. And I realize that in my experiences in my life and also in my Vedic astrology chart. So this is the section of the general new moon in Cancer reading that I did that focuses just on goals and intentions that need to be set for this new moon in Cancer and the entire lunar cycle. Okay? If you think you like content like this, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Okay? So I said, because Venus rules the third pada of Pushya, which is the nakshatra where the moon is going to be, it's important that we look at the position of Venus to help us gain clarity on the goals and intentions we need to set this new moon. Venus is in Ardra, the nakshatra Ardra, which is represented by the teardrop in the fourth pada of Ardra. And Venus is also with Lilith in the zodiac sign Gemini. Okay, so let me break that down, what that could mean, okay? So Venus represents love, Venus represents beauty, Venus represents young women, she represents creativity. Did I say money? Because Venus represents money, and that's an important thing. Also, business and relationships, marriage, okay? So, Venus is in Ardra, which is a nakshatra that is represented by the teardrop, and it's ruled by the north node of the moon, Rahu. So, it has a lot of Rahu's characteristics in it. It has a lot to do with newness, storms. It has a lot to do with because it's the north node of the moon. It could be storms in your life, a lot of changes in your life, a lot of chaos, ups and downs. But it could also be emotional storms that you could feel as well, because it's connected to it's the north node of the moon. Well, just a lot of transformation that comes as the result of things that could seem painful. That's what this nakshatra is about. And the fourth, it's in the fourth pada, and it's with Lilith, which represents where we could feel rejected, where we might have felt rejected, and where we need to accept ourselves the most. So right now, with Lilith being in Gemini, we have to accept the way that we think. We have to accept the way that we communicate. What we communicate, what we think, we have to accept that if it's different, if it's out of the box, it's okay. Right now, it's time to accept it. And because Venus is here, if you learn from if we learn from the painful experiences that we might have experienced from maybe being teased or taunted or bullied because of how we communicate or what we communicate or how we think or what we think, now is the time to let go of those negative experiences so we can accept ourselves and feel the abundance of what it'll feel like to be whole, to be accepted, to accept ourselves in that area of our mind and our communication and our thoughts. And this is going to be very important. Okay? So, what are the intentions and goals that we need to set? We need to set goals and intentions to help us heal from instability and chaos in our relationships, in our finances, and in our health. We can set goals and intentions to find a new group of friends that are more in alignment with who we are, who can accept us for who we are. And we can set goals and intentions to, how do I want to say this? We want to be able to accept ourselves and accept what makes us unique what makes us unique. And we also want to make sure that we are accepting others around us as well. Okay? Now we're going to go a little deeper and look at our charts. You want to see where Cancer is in your chart, because this will help you be even clearer on the best thing to set your goals for will be during this new moon. Okay, this will personalize it, this will customize it and everything. So look at your chart. I like AstroSeek when it comes to Vedic astrology. So you can just go there and look at your sidereal chart, put your information in there and see which house Cancer is in. And you also want to see what planets are in that house. If you want to go even deeper, you can see what's aspecting that house, what's aspecting Cancer. Okay? So you can pause and do that, and when you've done that, you can come back, and then we're going to move forward to doing the brain dump and then setting our goals. Okay? All right. Here are some things that we can brain dump on now that we know that we need to do some reflecting, we need to do some resting and going within and looking within ourselves. We also know that this new moon is in Cancer, and Cancer represents the mother, emotions. Cancer represents the home, the homeland. Okay? So we know that the new moon is in Cancer, so it's going to be things related to Cancer, especially where Cancer is in your chart, related to the planets that are in Cancer in your chart. Okay, so now we have all this in mind, and I already gave you what I feel that we can set goals and intentions on as far as what's going on in the sky and the cards that I use for the reading. So, keeping all that in mind, we're going to do some brain dumping so we can set some goals for our business and career. Okay. So here are some things that you can use to prompt your brain dumps. You can answer, you can create your own questions, but here's just some prompts to help you. Okay. Now, when you brain dump, you want to have time where you can focus. It doesn't have to be a long period of time. It can be 10 minutes, it can be 15 minutes, it can be 30 minutes. I probably wouldn't do it more than 30 minutes. But you're not thinking too long. You don't even have to write full sentences. You can write in a way that'll be easy for you to just hurry up and get it off your mind so you can go to the next thing, because we're not really thinking, we're just dumping stuff off our brains. Okay, so here we go. You set your time that you're going to do this, and here we go. What really worked well in the last lunar cycle? So in the last 28 to around 28 days, what really worked well for you concerning your business and your career? What do you wish you had more time to do concerning your business and career? Where do you feel like you are falling behind in your business and career? Where What were you worried about at the beginning of the last lunar cycle? You don't have to write all these questions down, but it might help, but it's not necessary. What is my vision? What is your vision for this lunar cycle coming up? The next 28 to 30 days. What is your vision for this next 28 to 30 days starting from today? What do you need to stop doing this lunar cycle coming up in the next 28 to 30 days? What do you need to stop doing? Also, what do you need to start doing in the next lunar cycle? So you can pause this again, take some time to answer these questions, set your time. You're going to do it for 10 minutes. You're going to do it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. How long are you going to do this? You want to get everything that's on your mind off. Okay, here we go. You can pause me and come back when you're done. Okay, now that you've done your brain dump, we are going to work on one goal. Okay, just one goal. On your own, in your personal life, you can have as many goals as you want, but just with these videos, I just want us to just focus on one goal that you want to focus on, that you feel like you need the most accountability on. What is that goal that you need to focus on as you've reflected on all the things that we shared today? Okay, now let's write that down. All right. So now, as you know, most of us know we have to do next is SMART goals. We have to make sure that the goal that you just wrote down is specific. We want to make sure that it's measurable. We want to make sure it's achievable. We want to make sure it's realistic. And we want to make sure that it's time framed. Now, you can pause me again and make sure that you have checked every smart box that your goal that you wrote down meets the smart requirements, then we will go on to the last step in this video. The last thing you want to do is think about, now that you set your goal and you made it smart, you want to think about the outcome that you want from this goal. Once you've reached this goal, how are you going to feel? What's going to be different? What's going to motivate you to keep going? Okay? So that is what I have for you this new moon in Cancer. Look out for a new video from me during the waxing moon, and I will talk to you later.